Here we go.
And so it's the East with the tip. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Stephen Curry. Jokic is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's SGA in at the shooting guard.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Doncic. And Cunningham with the block. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Cunningham from deep. And another three from the East.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball. Off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Now here's SGA. Doncic finds Wembanyama. SGA on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Quick start here for the East All-Stars in this one. Brown outside. And then Brown with the dunk.
Big-time hops on display there. What a throwdown by Brown.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep.
Brunson scanning the floor. Puts up a deep three. And another three from the East.
A deep shot there by Brunson. You got to admire how confident that young man is.
Stolen by Brunson. From past the arc. Good on the triple. Brunson's got 6.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, it's stolen by Cunningham. And here's Brunson outside. Drills it from outside. He's got 9.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Curry. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, that was a critical bucket there because this game could have easily gotten out of hand early if they'd allowed the run to go on much longer.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got a couple of threes now in the first for the East All-Stars. Pass to SGA. Here's Wembanyama. And they double up Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown knocks it away.
And that's what active hands on D gets you. Brown got just enough of that.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Giannis.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 10 points.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now, here's Cunningham. Followed by the
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Maxey. The West All-Stars also with the sub. James checked in for Wembanyama. Pass to Jokic. Back to Curry. They double-team Curry. Now here's James. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Cunningham looking around. Lets it go with a three. The three-pointer is right on target. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Giannis. Brown kicks to Antetokounmpo. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Curry. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Jokic finds James. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Now here's Brunson. He's got 9. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Brunson's got a...
It'll be the Raptors off the tip and the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside, they have Giannis and Turner. Taurean Prince is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Kuzma in at small forward. Partner, good.
And obviously their goal right now is to feed him the ball and get him going.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here comes Toronto on the push. Now Leonard. The deep three. The long distance three is buried.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Turner. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
The three. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. Leonard's got 6 points.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
They need this. And Kuzma with the lay-in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And a deep three from Leonard. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Kuzma. Misses the layup. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Carter from outside. And the Raptors, another three.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. Coach reminded his guys that Giannis is one of the most dangerous players out there. He told his forwards that anytime he takes 2 steps, they'll need to impose their will to limit momentum. He said, quote, "If we're intimidated, we've already lost. Step up and deny his path." Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Pass to Turner. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Prince can't hit. Here's Toronto with the ball. They've outscored them 16-2, not slowing down. Outside Carter. Here's Bosch. The 3-ball. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Bosch. Fades. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Bosch has got 5.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Porter. Yet to see a basket. Back to Antetokounmpo. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Raptors lead by 19. Here's Bosch. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He has 7.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Outside Porter. Kuzma finds Prince to stop the drought. Rebound Toronto. Here's Carter. He's got 5. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Lowry surveys the D. Back to Siakam. Fires from deep. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist.
And how about Siakam dialing it in from distance?
Here's Turner. Shoots from the baseline. And that one's long. Up top, Siakam. Puts up a deep 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now here's Turner. Still without a bucket. Toronto grabs the miss. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Kuzma's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Lowry against Porter. Out to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Siakam for 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
You have to take Siakam seriously at the arc. He can hurt you from there.
Siakam against Antetokounmpo. Driving inside.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, the level of creativity Leonard has is just special. He's capable of some really memorable throwdowns.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Pass to Porter. To the inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Raptors.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
DeRozan is checked in for Toronto. Milwaukee also changed it up. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Prince. And it's Rollins in for Porter Jr. Here's Carter. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's DeRozan. Kicks it out to Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
He's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Kuzma. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Lowry outside. Kicks it to DeRozan. With the... Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible. Well, that's a strong move by DeRozan. He's so good going to the basket and finishing through contact.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. No made baskets yet. The three is up. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Carter.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Turner finds Kuzma. He can't get that one to fall.
Despite the defensive presence, he challenges at the rim. Give him an A for effort.
DeRozan for 3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Trent. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court right now for the Bucks, they've got Bobby Portis. He's out there with A.J. Green. And it's Sims in at the center position.
And what's interesting, the three ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game, but when he's feeling it, he can make it happen.
It's tipped. Here's Bargnani. Outside Barnes. From deep three-point range. The rebound by Sims. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Rollins passes to Sims. Now here's Portis. Barnes with the rebound. Leonard looking around. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. Leonard's got 16 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Takes the three. And the Raptors another three.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
And here they come. Pulls up for three. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Now here's Green. He's scoreless. Barnes comes with a double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. Here comes Toronto on the push. Pass to DeRozan. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And again, Toronto with a triple.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury it.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Back to you.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Sims. Prince comes in for Green. And it's Porter Jr. in for Rollins. Now here's Portis. Left side Porter. Pass to Portis. Outside for Porter. Shot clock at 2. From deep three-point land. Oh, DeRozan knocks it away. Carter, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Kuzma's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Carter. 10 points for him. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes.
.58 seconds left to play in the first half. On the floor for Dallas. Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. And it's Irving at the point guard position. Now, here is Irving. Still yet to score.
And that's what I love about Cunningham on the defensive end. He has great instincts. That's a great delivery, and Cunningham finishes it off.
.34 seconds left here in the second. Thompson outside. Hachimura comes with the double team. Back to Thompson. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Irving passes to Lively. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Takes a step back. Cunningham for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
And so is Detroit in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll return shortly.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Detroit Pistons.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shaq?
I would agree, my brother.
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You look at the Pistons, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
He is giving the fans exactly what they came to see. He is a human highlight reel.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with Austin Reed. And it's LeVert in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Irving kicks to Thompson. Back to Irving. Lively a screen on Cunningham. Pass to Washington. 2 on the clock. And it's flag missing. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And Cunningham with the slam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player, and also they've become a great defensive team.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Klay Thompson last season climbing into the top 5 all-time for three-pointers made and continues to knock them down for Dallas. He said, my game fits this team so well as far as stretching the floor, playing hard defense, and being a two-way guy. He's looking to add a new chapter to his legacy. Kevin?
A future Hall of Famer, no doubt. Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, here's Cunningham, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And then Cunningham slams it in.
Wow, Cunningham, that is nasty.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. 44 seconds left to play in the third. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Thompson. Here's flag. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Reedy's checked in for Jalen Duren. Stewart comes in for Tobias Harris. Hachimura, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Austin Reed. Williams, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Irving against Cunningham. It's stolen by Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
They getting wide open looks. They feel like this is a shoot-around right now. We got to stay in their body. They're just getting shots after shot. Wide open shots, and our shots are all contested.
Jason Kidd not very happy there, as you could tell, pointing somewhat to the effort of his guys and the lack of it that they're giving on the floor right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not being serious about it. Missing assignments, losing focus, that's not how you're going to get it done.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Irving and Thompson are the guard set. Washington and Lively hold down the post for them. And it's Flagg in at the 3 for the Pistons. Morris checked in for Dalton Connect. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Cunningham gets the bucket.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Dallas with the ball. And here's Irving. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is, I promise you that.
It's stolen by Hachimura. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Stewart trying to get open. Count it, good. Cunningham's got 40 points.
And playing with great control. Cunningham is dictating the pace, getting to his spots, and taking it to the defense.
Here's Irving. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Detroit.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Cade Cunningham.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Well, you love the effort from Cunningham in transition. He knows you have to convert those easy chances.
Pass to Lively. And here's Irving. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? And the layup is good.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on.
Oh, nice! Look at that. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Here's Irving. Lively trying to break loose. And that one's good, Irving.
And that is what Irving is known for. He is a master ball handler who can get whatever he wants.
Irving against Cunningham. Again, what an avalanche. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Now, here is Irving. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really...
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach. Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. A look at the Pistons starting group. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cunningham is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's LeVert in at the small forward position. Reeves brings a double. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Pass to Coward. Now Morant. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And stolen by Cunningham. About a minute into this first quarter. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Cunningham's got 9.
Goodness, Cade was way back there. Look at him expanding his range.
And stolen by Cunningham. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Morant looking for an opening. Pass to Edey. Outside Wells. Back to Edey. Outside Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Morant's got his second basket on the night.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Drills it from deep.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Outside Wells. Cunningham brings a double. And stolen by Cunningham. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Cunningham's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop. Perfect from the floor. Pass to Edey. Here's Wells. Outside for Morant. Edey inside, covered by Duren. 4 on the clock. Here's Coward. Duren with a rebound. Detroit leading by 12.
Come on, box him out, man.
Cunningham up top, defended by Jackson. From 18 feet away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Detroit on top, leading by 14. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Paul Reed is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Duren. Then there's Kevin Huerter. And it's Jenkins in at the 1. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. This pick is mostly no surprise, but here's your player of the week for the Eastern Conference, Cade Cunningham.
Now, you really can't be mad at this pick. Just look at the point totals he's been posting lately. No question this guy has been giving a superstar effort and has earned this.
Memphis making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Caris LeVert's checked in for Huerter. And the Pistons making a change here. Cunningham's checked in. Fires for three. He buries it from three. Cunningham's got 21 points in the game.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Spencer. He's checked by LeVert. To the middle. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Spencer. To the paint. Another shot. And it's good on the layup.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
There's 1:47 left in the second. After years of being a fringe rotation player, RJ, Ty Jerome has had a surprise emergence.
Yeah, just had by far his best season in the league, and he's proven to be a guy that can come in and run the show and be extremely efficient.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. BA, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. In third, Memphis.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
And Cunningham throws it down.
Flushing it home. Cunningham finishing it off.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Here's Coward. It's Wells on the wing. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Pass to Coward. Now Morant. And it's blocked.
You see the athleticism of Cunningham, using it there to come up with the swat.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
And Cunningham throws it down.
Oh, wow. Cade Cunningham.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Here's Morant. And it's rejected. Here's Cunningham. Coming off a solid outing against Dallas. Oh, swiped away. And now Memphis on the break. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Wells. Here's Coward. And stolen by Cunningham. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And Cunningham throws it down.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Pistons ahead, running away with it. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Memphis Grizzlies. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he...
And weaving back to the first half of our game, Cade Cunningham showing out.
His performance in the first half, Diesel approved. Plays physical, Diesel approved. Doing most of his damage right at the rim, of course, Diesel approved.
Diesel approved defense. The praise doesn't come any higher than that. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. G.G. Jackson is out there with Zach Edey. Then there's Jalen Wells. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Coward in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pass to Morant. Clock at 6. Tipped away. And stolen by Cunningham. And he's going for the lob. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.